everybody. We are melanomacure.org. My name is Tiffany.
Molly, Bridget, Brianna.
And to begin, how many of you have been affected by somebody with the skin cancer melanoma?
Does anyone know what melanoma is? Okay, cool. Well, just so you know, melanoma is one of the deadliest skin cancers out there. It contributes to 74% of skin cancer deaths. Melanoma is the fastest growing cancer in the United States and worldwide. 1 in 50 people in the U.S. will develop melanoma in their lifetime, and it is 100% preventable. We're going to pass this around. This is a brochure that we pass around at colleges and high schools and stuff like that to teach them about melanoma. The organization we're doing is melanomacure.org. It was created with the purpose of assuring donations go directly towards education and research to find a cure for melanoma. Their mission statement is, "Together we can prevent and find a cure for melanoma." It started out as a iCure Melanoma 5K run, walk, and health fair 6 years ago. It was a contributing donor for Miles for Melanoma, but it separated in 2010 because they wanted to make sure that all donations go directly to research with a minimum amount of gatekeepers. Donations now go directly towards research at UCI and UCLA. The founder of the iCure Melanoma 5K and now melanomacure.org is Dr. William Baum. He is the owner of a dermatology, full spectrum dermatology in Fullerton, next to St. Jude. The organization right now is working to become an official nonprofit organization to the IRS. Right now they're just a charitable nonprofit. You have to get a certification to be an official nonprofit. Some of the organization's strengths is it's volunteer dedicated. A lot of people are dedicated in this cause because they were affected by it or themselves or a loved one was affected by it. This is their 6th annual year, making it the longest run for skin cancer in California. It has a strong community support. And the organization itself has a strong, influential group of board members, has local doctors in the community that are dedicated to the cause as well. Also has Kirk Sullivan, who owns a PR agency and does free public relations for them, and he knows a lot of the OC Weekly owners and stuff like that. And Dr. William Baum himself, he's a strong, influential person on the community, which makes for easy press. I think he's going to be coming in the OC Weekly as one of the most influential people in Fullerton. Some of the weaknesses the organization has, I got my presents, is small capacity available for runners due to the small courses at elementary school, and with further expansion it would lead to other obstacles to overcome, including expanding the race course. It's only volunteer work, so there's only one director, so it makes it more difficult. It's only placed on volunteer work, and it hasn't been able to find a presenting sponsor for the last 6 years. This is the only event they have to publicize the nonprofit organization in itself. And our donations are limited to that they're not an official IRS certified nonprofit, so like bigger organizations like Ralph's and CVS won't be able to donate.
Okay, so some opportunities that melanomacure.org has is that they can work with the community to achieve goals. And right now, their biggest city that helps them out is Fullerton. So we think that expanding awareness of melanoma to other cities within Orange County will help. We would like to include businesses and corporations to address issues and partnering with a local sunscreen company called San Clemente Ecological Skincare. Some threats that they have is that fundraising potential is difficult because of slow economy and the competition between nonprofits that also support melanoma. The public doesn't support the new campaign, which would be a threat. The campaign strategy is to spread awareness of week annually, and there's also another 5K being held by BSD on May 19th. Theory. The human resources frame is the most appropriate framework for this organization. The organization is here to serve human needs, and the organization and people are independent, meaning that when outcomes are good, both groups gain, and when outcomes are poor, both suffer. We also believe melanomacure.org should use the diffusion theory. This helps the organization build relationships so that they may raise awareness about melanoma yearly. There are 5 steps to the diffusion theory. The first step is awareness, where the person becomes alerted to an idea for the first time. The goal for this section is that the person gains knowledge about the consequences of the sun. The second step is interest, where the person has invested attraction to the concept. Our goal here is that the person understands that 1 out of 50 people will be diagnosed with melanoma, attracting them because it could affect them or someone that they know. The third step is evaluation, where the person examines the idea and finds it personally beneficial. Our goal is to educate people on the severity of melanoma and that it can affect anyone. It's not genetic. Our fourth step is trial, where the person uses the idea on other people. We want people to try out the run and participate in it. Our fifth step is adoption, where the person ultimately assumes the idea and concludes with the original 4 steps. We want the people to get involved with MelanomaCure.org's missions.
Okay, so MelanomaCure.org's primary goal is to raise awareness about the skin cancer. Currently, the only effort that they're making to actually raise this awareness is the iCure Melanoma 5K run/walk event. Our goal is to help MelanomaCure.org expand its boundaries beyond the race and actually create awareness for the organization and raise money for them so they can put on more events. Some ways we will help them in doing so are finding a larger company sponsor, reaching out to a younger demographic, and putting on other events throughout the year.
Okay, strategies, tactics, and tools. MelanomaCure.org was created in 2010, and like Tiffany said, the only strategy they have right now to raise awareness and support for the organization is their annual run that has been in existence for 6 years, and that is iCure Melanoma. And to spread awareness about this run, it can be found on their website, melanomacure.org. They have a Facebook page that is dedicated to the run specifically. Their presenting sponsor, Dr. Bai's Dermatology Office, Full Spectrum Dermatology, also has information. Local businesses within the Fullerton community and any presenting or any sponsorship locations also provide information about the iCure Melanoma run. And in order to distribute this information, there are flyers that are at these businesses and sponsorship locations. And there's also signs that are placed around different community locations. Maybe you even might see one at Cal State Fullerton that is just talking about the run and when it is. And that's about it. And then in terms of media, there are press releases that are sent out prior to the run. There was one sent out last year and it was picked up, and the organization is sending out another press release this year, and hopefully that will get picked up as well. And however, that's about it in terms of gaining awareness and support for the organization. The best course of action for us, we believe, is to find a larger sponsor for the organization. What better than a sunscreen company than to raise awareness for this organization? We found a sunscreen company. It's in Orange County. It's called Ecological Skincare, and it's focused on environmentally friendly sunscreen. And we would want to use this sunscreen company to create a campaign that would target younger demographics, specifically 16 to 25 age range. And so we would team up with this sunscreen company and head out to schools and universities, and at the end of the school year and the beginning of the school year, and set up informational booths where we would have brochures like the one you see being passed around. We would have sunscreen packets, samples to hand out to people, and we would also create silicone bracelets that we would sell for about $3, and it would say something about finding a cure for melanoma. And we would inform the people that these bracelets, all funds would go toward research to find a cure for melanoma. Now, during the summer months when the kids aren't in school, we would head out to the U.S. Open of surfing in Huntington Beach and set up a similar type of booth there. Because what better way than people that are in their bathing suits and may not be wearing sunscreen than to inform them about the severity of melanoma and the importance of wearing sunscreen to protect your skin. Now, in terms of media and press releases, we want to continue sending out press releases prior to the run. Right now, they're mainly targeting Orange County Register, but we would want to target like OC Weekly, the Daily Pilot, and any other publications. And then for the U.S. Open, we'd want to target the Huntington Beach Independent as well. And then in order to reach out to that younger demographic, we'd also target young Orange County bloggers, college age, that would blog about like lifestyle or
anything like that, and see if they'd want to write about this. Now, during the fall months, we would have a benefit night, and there would be a live and silent auction, and all proceeds from this night would go towards raising money for research. Now, our target publics right now, our current publics are people suffering from melanoma, people that know someone that are suffering from melanoma, the Orange County, Fullerton community, people that are interested in being involved with a nonprofit, and people who want to find a cure for melanoma, nurses and doctors, just that medical community in general, are our main publics right now. But we'd like to expand that to that younger demographic, 16 to 25, and get them involved, because this is something that affects all of us, and melanoma is completely preventable. And that's why we want to team up with that sunscreen company to just inform them about the importance of wearing sunscreen. These are our presenting sponsors right now. Full Spectrum Dermatology, and our gold sponsor is Rubio's, silver is Aqua, PAL, Snail's Pace, Road ID. Our bronze sponsor is Newbridge College, US Bank, King's Pharmacy, and Sports Authority. Here are some of the bloggers, the college-age bloggers that we want to reach, just a compressed list. And we would like to also get another presenting sponsor for the race, and also just a larger sponsor to support the organization just year-round, and that would be Ecological Skincare.
Okay, so there are many ways for the organization to evaluate their progress. The first one is to make sure that donation goals are met. We can determine this by the number of runners that enter the race, or there's also donations on the website that you can make throughout the year. The expansion to other cities, maybe we can reach out from Fullerton, maybe to San Clemente because of the skincare and all the cities in between. Media coverage from the press release if we get published in, say, the OC Weekly, one of those publications mentioned. The sponsorships confirmed, establishment of a partnership with Ecological Skincare, the increase in younger supporters through the sunscreen campaign, the number of silicone bracelets sold, and the increase in the views to the melanomacure.org website.
Okay, for the timeline, just during the months of December to March, specifically starting in December, we're going to start looking for the sponsors for the iCure Melanoma 5K. And then in the months from April to May, we're going to just be confirming those sponsorships, finding vendors for the race, getting the accurate food permits for the race, and also confirming the sponsorship with Ecological Skincare. We want to be pitching stories to the media outlets, sending out press releases about a month prior to the race, within that month, just promoting the race in general, heading those community businesses. And the actual race is on May 18th, or May 19th, I'm sorry. And the free skincare is May 18th. And in the June, we'll be doing the boost, and then in the winter months, we'll be doing the benefit night.
Okay, this is our budget. So for the bracelets, it's going to, the bracelets will bring in a total profit of $4,200 because at the cost for $2,000 is $1,800. We sell them at $3 a piece. It would bring in $6,000, bringing in total profit of $4,200. For the race right now, it costs $16,000. Staff is $8,500, marketing $2,000, city permits $1,000, medals for all the top runners and the children is $500, t-shirts $5,000. The runners, the minimum cost right now is $35 to $45. At a minimum cost of $35 and reaching our goal of 1,500 runners, it would bring in $52,500. Vendors right now is at 850. Sponsors is at 13,500. We're wanting to reach $15,000 for sponsors. If we had a presenting sponsor besides the owner of the foundation, would actually reach our goal for sponsorships. With the cost and the minus the cost for the race would bring in a total income of $50,850. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and if you guys want to do the run, it's oh, you're gonna bring that up, sorry.
Well, if anyone is interested in the run, the iCure Melanoma 5K will be held on May 19th at 9 a.m. at Laguna Elementary School off Basking Street.
Do it.